Hey guys, Boston Bruce here. I think we're in the middle of 13 anyway. And we're gonna surrender. I was ready to surrender about 4 turns ago. Anyway, it's just gonna be a recap video. Also a little review video. Uh, what happened? First off, I want to apologize to my teammate Chris. I mean, he was playing the USA. And I dropped the ball. I sucked on multiple occasions. Uh, Losing Suez was basically the game changer in this one. There was nothing after I lost that really went well. So that's first of all, it's a big apology to Chris. Second of all, hats off to Hambone and Pete for their play. They play great together. Probably the two best players out there, and they both play on the same team. So, last 2 games. So, anyway, they had us this game easily. Like I said, a lot of it on my bad play. Losing the Suez was huge. As far as the Russians got us mad early. I think Chris, I haven't watched all of Pete's video, but I noticed he pointed out the aircraft there that Chris started when the Russians let Lisa sub to the Germans early in the game, which really pissed us off. You know, like I said, Pete pointed out earlier, I noticed he talked about defending the convoy line well, and yeah, I did that early, but once uh, once I lost the Suez and didn't have enough to come back in here, I was in rough shape. And seaplane and coastal sub basically hit me for $6 every turn, and I'd lose 3 here every turn, so that was 9. And when you're only making 17, 18, don't leave you much money. Uh, so anyway, that's what happened there. As I said, a lot of bad play by me, good play by them. As far as the Russians, like I said, they got us mad early, but they came in and declared war. But by the time they get going, it takes so long, and with us not pressuring the Germans, he can focus over here, uh, and then along with the bad luck I think we had, whether it was tech or battles or everything, Vichy ships and everything else, the whole game didn't go well for us. And like I said, that's basically it. As far as I said, and basically even worse, after I lost the Suez, the Russians lost Transcaucasia, in which case the Germans got Turkey for free, which made it even worse, They never even went into Switzerland or Yugoslavia because of the beating they took in France early. And I don't know if they did bad in Poland, but as soon after, though, I think the MRP only lasted a turn or two. But he was always threatening uh, going into Russia, but he never really went into Russia heavy other than the southern end down here. Uh, so, anyway, that's that. Like I said, I lost my Navy. Chris lost his Navy. A lot of bad play, bad communication, mostly by my part. Uh, Spain was built up nicely, though. That would have been. If we focused somewhere, maybe we'd take something. But like I said, we just played. I played really bad. And, Calcutta never fell and overbuilt that. And the big problem over here is too. When I lost Suez, I lost like 4 ships. I had them on the other side of the port. And now I'm going to get into that rule right now. There's another rule I don't like. I got my ships on this side defending against the Italians. Of course, they move through, then they declare war. Kind of like the Turkey thing. Not a rule I don't like in this game. And like the large ship construction went the Japanese way, and once they're ahead, it's very hard for the U.S. to catch up until you start ripping off all their land, and the U.S. picks up all this land to get the cash. And with the beating in Europe that I took, it was just bad. Everything went bad. Now I'll get into the game. I played 4 games of version 4.2. We'll be stepping away, as will the whole group, and not for these reasons or nothing, but myself, all I'm going to say is there's a lot of things in this game I'm not liking now. And the big one is I played 4 games. I played Russia, I played the USA, I played Japan, and I played the UK. And all the game comes down to now, it's turning into a big bombing game. Bomb, bomb, bomb. When I played the USA, Pete was the UK. We were building units in Ottawa because everything had been destroyed there. I was the USA. I spent the whole game lend-leasing fighters and building large ships, only because Randall playing Japan kind of dropped the ball and let me get ahead at a point, and then I was able to stay ahead. And he took a beating in Japan, if I remember, and China too, so didn't go well. Hambone really played good that turn, and we actually wound up winning, but for me it wasn't much fun. I played Russia one time. I think it was on a play test, and I was doing okay, but basically, again, it was the bombing basically kills Russia early in the game. Then I played Japan, and that was kind of fun. And Chris was playing Germany, but Chris didn't do the bombing thing, and he didn't really convoy raid much. So that helped the Allies eventually get a win, I think, on turn 20. And that was that game. This last game, I was the UK, and again, Russia's bombed all the hell. Everything else has been bombed. I mean, it's just turning into a big bombing game. Convoy raid is, yeah, you lose the Suez, you're screwed. And Grand Seas, even though I didn't own anything, I'm still getting hit for $10 a turn, which is kind of bad. And I mean, like I said, we had bad luck, but it just seems to be turning into a big bombing thing. UK is going to buy all kinds of fighters to protect against a bombing. They don't have the money to buy fighters. The U.S. has to lend lease on all. I don't know. I just really not a big fan right now of 4.2. When it was shot down at 3, might have been a little too bad, but I mean now bombers being shot down at 1 is like ridiculous to me when you have heavy strategic bombers. Only USA and Russia and Germany can develop that tech, because the UK has to develop sub-warfare and radar, and they just don't have the factories to be able to build heavy strategic bombers to go for that tech. In Russia, it's more as kind of an extra tech, because they do have 4 factories, so they can if they want, but it's not their main priority either. It's basically for the Germans and the Americans. And the only way the British can defend against that is by having a ton of fighters. I mean, and I just, like I said, and now they get shot down at 1, is basically they are unshootable down. That's a problem I got. And as far as the convoy raiding one, I got a problem with the attackers getting +1 on radar, because the Germans always have radar. So basically, you have to develop 2 techs just to get even, and then if they get radar, they're ahead anyway. So, I mean, I don't know. Those are some things I really dislike in 4.2. And, other than that, those are probably the 2 biggest things I really can't stand. Especially when you throw medium bombers in at getting shot down at 1, once you develop heavy strategic bombers. I don't know. What do they have to do with that? So anyway, that's my bitching. A lot of it probably because of the abuse I took in the game, but that's that. Other than that, like I said, these last few games haven't really been that much fun, so I'll be stepping away for a little bit, and I will be doing a baseball thing on the side. I don't know if there's any baseball fans out there, or Stratomatic baseball season back from 1968 when I was a kid. One of the first season I truly remember. So if anyone's interested in that, you can look for videos on that. Other than that, this is Boston Bruce signing out.